definitely say that. You change the rule, everybody talk like you want to.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Yes.
Ramari. Ready? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first meeting of the month of June. It's 5 p.m. and we're going to get started with the meeting. First on the agenda is a roll call. We'll start with the far right.
DeAndre Knox in District 1.
Barbie Tucker, District 2.
Brian Getchis, Commissioner at Large.
Abel Garza, Mayor.
Wade Johnson, Commissioner at Large.
Chris Sharp, District 3.
Jason Delgado, District 4.
Next on the agenda, we have the invocation, which is going to be led by Pastor Rudy Rios, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Delgado.
Good evening. We're going to pray to the Father of heaven, the Lord of glory. Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to assemble in freedom, to speak without fear, to listen without prejudice, to reason with humility, and to respond with wisdom, and to share our hearts in peace. Help us to remember as we conduct our business here today the two great commandments: to love you with all of our heart, all of our soul, all of our mind and our strength, and to love our neighbors as ourselves. May our words be seasoned with grace, our decisions guided by truth, and our service marked by charity. To you be honor and glory forever. We pray in the name and by the authority of Jesus Christ, our Lord, and amen. Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Pastor Rios, any comments, anything you want to say about going on in your church?
VBS, that time is upon us, June the 8th through the 12th, so starting Monday. We start at 9, we end at 12, kinder through 4th, and we're at 1200 22nd Street North. If you got some babies or some kiddos that need to do something during that time, come and see us. You can look us up on the web, you can find us via the inner tubes, and you can tell us all about your needs, and we'll take care of your babies for VBS. We're going to Ireland this year, so that's going to be exciting. Thank you.
Thank you. This is just a friendly reminder in accordance with respect for this session, this meeting, and decorum. We ask that you remove all hats and sunglasses, please. Thank you. Next on the agenda is reports. We have a report from, who is it?
Shooting range.
Shooting range, okay. Here we go, yeah. Parks and Recreation.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Andre Roberts, the Texas City Municipal Shooting Range Coordinator, and today I'm going to present a presentation going over the projects and the upgrades that we've done in the recent months. Is that better? Okay. Sorry about that. All right. This is a look at some updates on the rifle and pistol ranges. No rapid firing enforced into the rules of operation. Training through the USCCA for all employees current and future to be certified range safety officers. No new safety vests with proper identification lettering issued to each RSO. 2 additional staff members to increase safety and supervision on the lines of fields. And lead remediation on pistol and rifle ranges. This is a look at before the lead remediation began. The range underwent projectile removal and berm cleanup in the pistol and rifle areas on March 23rd, 2026, and completed the project on March 28th of this year. This is a look at during and after the remediation. A sand mixture was added to the berm once excavators sifted through and extracted the projectiles, screened the soil, and returned it to its locations once cleared. Total lead removed from the rifle and pistol ranges weighed 24,176 pounds. So look at new and improved signage posted, including Stop the Bleed instruction with first aid kits mounted and prominent. Surrounding range area signage and flagging, giving notice of an active range in use. June of 2025, the range began utilizing a point-of-sale computer program, creating a seamless progression to transactions and reports. Electronic waivers are now available through the program, eliminating the need for paper and ink. This was a much-needed and appreciated upgrade from the tools and methods of yesteryear. Updated the main range building with granite countertops installed to our check-in and lobby areas, giving our main building a more modern look. Here's a look at our pricing from January of 2003 to December of 2025. We charge on a per firearm per person greater amount. We offer pistol, rifle, archery, skeet, trap, and 5-stand. This is our current pricing since 2026 of January. After conducting research on nearby ranges in the surrounding areas, we are able to keep our pricing reasonable but within the market range. Memberships are currently in moratorium and will be discussed further in the near future. This is a look at the months of March and April 2025 and 2026 before and after the price increase. The range had not increased prices since January of 2003. An operational and safety containment assessment was conducted on February 12th of this year. Listed above are the future projects we look to complete in the upcoming months in the near future. Additional berm walls between rifle and pistol range. Additional berm wall east side of the rifle range. Door buzzer installation on the front door of the main building. Raise the berm by 10 additional feet. Front counter protective window installation. Surveillance system installation. Main building alternate exit door. Overhead baffle enhancement. Just want to take the time to say thank you to the Commission for all the support and much needed updates and requirements, and thank all of you for your time and attention. Have a great evening.
Do we have any questions for the shooting range report?
I have some questions. By the way, I was told after the last meeting I should just hold the microphone. I'm a loud talker. Y'all give me a thumbs down if I'm too loud. I have some questions. I often do. First, I haven't talked about this with any of the other fellow commissioners, but I am a shooting enthusiast, and my wife and I we also have I got a bushel of kids, adult kids. It's pretty common. We may go do a date night, family night at the range, and take our whole armada, and that includes long weapons and short weapons and all. Okay, so I'm a big fan of that, and I've been anxious to meet you folks and just understand where are we at and what are we doing. Applause on your upgrades. Could we go back to that, whoever's controlling the presentation? So on that new point of sale system, does that include something like an iPad or people can check themselves in, sign the waivers, that type of stuff?
Here, let me go back to that. Right there. This is the new program that we went to. It's through the Civic Rec program. It eliminates like us needing to print out and, use paper and ink for paper waivers. And all the waivers are now electronic. So when you check in, you come into the front desk, and there's a kiosk or like an iPad for you to scan. Or you can
Self-service style.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. A previous page, you said something about 26,000 pounds of lead. I'm just intellectually curious, the nerd in me. I'm thinking about, did we get any money for that?
Yes, sir. We did.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then now lastly, you had a list of future projects. If we could jump to that, what is the time frame for those projects? That's not just that month, right? Is that for the next year or multiple years?
So it's within the next year or so. Like we're one by one, we're trying to handle each one of those, but hopefully within the next couple of years, we'll have the enhancements all in place.
Fantastic. Mayor Garza, you may have seen, members of the public, other members of this commission may have seen, I've been posting some content online about different city assets that I think we could do more with a little focus and strategy and maybe some investment. So my ask of the shooting range stakeholders is, if we were to think big, beyond just the next fiscal period, what would your wish list look like with respect to any upgrades that might improve the appeal to the residents? We don't need to solve it right now, obviously, but maybe go away, have some thought about it. But I'm interested to know what could we do to improve that as an amenity and then market it to the community.
I would think add more tables, and then of course, like the overhead baffle enhancement is going to be a kind of a change. But it is something that the nearby ranges that I've visited over the years have installed into there, and creates, it enhances basically the safety of, possible rifle elevation, muzzle elevation, keeping everything contained. So I think more safety, more employees, the way that we've been going, has been able to had the whole range open all at once. Before we had to close amenities because of the shortage of staff. And now that we've got 2 extra employees, it's helped us out tremendously. But I believe if you make it more safe, just keep adding on to the safety, it could, give us a, like you were saying, customer appeal. So they do compliment us quite a bit on our safety and the way that we run the range, especially the upkeep. So we're trying to keep it all going.
Well, I can second the safety. I went in there one day with a weapon improperly racked or not racked, and people were on me immediately. So I'll attest to the safety. Yeah. So just back to the overall vision and what might we do. We can't commit on what funding or what have you, but I think it first really starts with you. You're the expert on it. If we look at other facilities nearby, other municipal gun ranges, are there things that others are doing that are worthy of study? I think that's a fantastic facility, and you're right in my backyard, and I'm certainly interested in what I can do to help improve the appeal of that asset. That concludes my remarks, Mayor Garza.
Thank you. Any more questions or comments for the shooting range? Good, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Next on the agenda, item 5A is a public hearing, Community Development Block Grant, CDBG 2026 Action Plan. This is the first public hearing. Patricia Mott.
I came in earlier to fix the mic, so let me just readjust. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me okay? More up, okay. How about now? Better? I don't project very loud, so. Want to say good evening, everyone. My name is Patricia Mata. I'm the Director for Community Development and Grants Administration, and I'm just going to jump right in if I can. The purpose of this public hearing is to present the 2026 Annual Action Plan draft for the upcoming program year and to provide the residents, stakeholders, and the community and community organizations an opportunity to offer comments and recommendations before the plan is finalized and submitted to HUD. A little background about CDBG. The Community Development Block Grant Program, CDBG, is a federally funded program administered by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. As an entitlement community, the city receives an annual allocation directly from HUD to support activities that primarily benefit low to moderate income residents. The program is guided by 3 national objectives, of which are benefits to low to moderate income persons, eliminating slum or blight, and meeting community urgent needs in an event of emergency. The infographic before you is just a summary of the process before the plan is submitted. We're currently on number 4. And so our citizen participation plan requires 2 public hearings and a 30-day comment period, in which I will provide more information on slide 3. Right now, our goal is to gather community feedback and incorporate the input into our development of our 2026 Annual Action Plan. So this slide captures the funding priorities for program year 2026 into 4 categories and provides a summary of the proposed activities. The first is integrated community services and assistance programs. These public service activities are funded within HUD's allowable 15% cap and have an expected outcome of increased access to supportive services, improved access to legal and mental health resources, enhanced community stability, and enhanced coordination among local providers. The second, administration and program delivery activities are funded within HUD's allowable 20% administrative cap and have an expected outcome of HUD compliance, effective program delivery, improved grant management, and fair housing and education outreach. Housing rehabilitation. Our housing rehabilitation program remains the city's largest proposed investment. Funding is expected to assist approximately 12 owner-occupied households with an average investment of $20,000 per home. The expected outcomes include improved housing quality, correction of health and safety issues, preservation of affordable housing, increased housing stability for eligible homeowners, and lastly, our neighborhood and public facilities improvement. This funding supports investments in eligible low and moderate income areas and have expected outcomes of expanding broadband access, enhanced public spaces, improve park facilities and recreational opportunities. The proposed program year 2026 Annual Action Plan draft is designed to create both immediate and long-term benefits for the residents by preserving affordable housing, improving neighborhood infrastructure, expanding access to community services, support vulnerable populations, and promote safe and healthy living environments. So tonight's hearing is an opportunity for the public to review and offer comments. Following the public comment period, which began June 1st, 2026 and ends July 1st, 2026. Paper public comment cards can be found by the entrance by the table and may be submitted in person and or online. Emailed, we'll accept them however. Comments will be reviewed and considered. Any necessary revisions will be incorporated. So at this time, staff welcomes any comments, questions, recommendations from the commission and members of the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mata. Any questions regarding the first reading of the CDBG block grant?
What's the administrative costs on that, or how is that factored in?
Say that again?
What are the administrative costs, or how are they factored in?
Administrative costs as far as,
The totality of this grant, or?
so it includes software systems, professional services, legal notices, posting, staff training, and fair housing activities.
And that's included in?
That is what administrative and program delivery encompasses.
I've got a question on that. Brian, Commissioner Getchis was on the same topic as me. Funding for those items, but for the functioning of your offices, or to the broader community? I'm not clear on who is that funding for.
This is just for the program delivery.
Oh, okay, so the functioning of our offices, your organization, that's what that is for?
For those items listed, yes.
So then as I look at that 69,000 down there, park improvements, all those kinds of things, that's $69,000 for park improvements to, hypothetically, what parks are we talking about?
This is just a proposed list. For neighborhood and public facilities improvements, if you reviewed the draft, it has a list of other resources and prior year allocations. So we have about $1.2 million for previous years. Quite a bit of that is in neighborhood and public facilities and improvement. Again, this is gathered or organized based on need. This year, there's not a great need because we have prior year allocations to have the funding to be more than $69,000.
So I'm thinking about neighborhood. In passing, I had a conversation with Commissioner Noxon about a wish list for Carver Park or parks over in my part of the city. What we're saying then is that 69,000 is to fund the administration of a parks wish list and grants, or that's 69,000 that would go to fund doing stuff in a park?
So that list is for any eligible activity considered for neighborhood improvement, parks and recreation. So if there is a park within an eligible area, Carver right now is not eligible, Sanders is. So let's just say Sanders, if they need new playground equipment or something's going on with the splash pad, or if there's a greater need, we can step in and assess and then see if we can help fund.
Okay, so then there's a list of things that qualify and/or parks that qualify based on whatever criteria.
There is, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Yeah, sure. Carver doesn't qualify because of whatever reasons, and Sanders does. And so if we were to go through different parks in our respective districts, Goddard Park, for instance, is right down.
Yeah, you can submit and ask if this is this eligible area. This area doesn't have a park in close proximity, say within a mile radius of a school or a neighborhood. We could look at what this grant can do to help that.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, which is how do we get smart on it? You've got a day job versus answering questions from me, and people know I got a lot of questions. Okay, and so then one other question I had, a number of my constituents have approached me about, hey, we have a nonprofit. Is there some way we could get some eligibility for grants and such? What's the best way for members of the public who have a nonprofit mission to get smart? Is it go to the website? Is it to call you? How should I direct them?
So you can direct them to our office, the Community Development Office. Right now, we are finalizing a guide for subrecipient management. Essentially, it would be a pass-through grant to a nonprofit that we would monitor, help, offer technical assistance. There are not limits, but there are certain items that they have to be able to do. There's a list of things that are eligible based off of HUD's matrix codes. So if it's a subsidy for rental assistance, utility assistance, if it's mental health services, medical services, if they offer those things at a nonprofit level to the residents of Texas City, they may be eligible to apply for a grant. We're still setting that up.
And so then something that I had directed some people to was to be aware of certain committees and boards and what have you, and that maybe they should attend one of those meetings. Is there a committee?
Citizen participation, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of citizen participation plan, our citizen advisory committee. Right now, our board is full, but they are more than welcome to attend the meetings to find out more information.
Precisely what I had in mind. That's what I had suggested to people. Find out when the meeting is. We went to the website, we looked, and I suggested, why don't you start there, go meet the principals, and they can guide you through the process. Okay, one more thing, and then I yield. Thank you, fellow commissioners, for your patience. I have a lot of questions. You mentioned the topic of blighted properties. This is one, I got some urgent phone calls Sunday night about a blighted property, and it was boarded up, and then it wasn't boarded up, and is there a long list of blighted properties that we could see? And then the second part of that is, and then how do properties get added to that list?
So, some years ago, the city created the neighborhood improvement, help me out here, neighborhood improvement services, thank you, who oversees properties that you mentioned. Because the city took that over, there's not a pilot program or a program that CDBG funding can be used for at this time unless there's like an increase in properties all over the city. There have to be something that stresses there's a need for it. Right now, the city's handling it through the neighborhood improvement services.
That's all I have, so thank you.
Any more questions for Ms. Mata?
Yes, I have one. So you're saying this housing rehabilitation for 240,000 cannot be used for housing rehabilitation because we already have a program for that?
Housing rehabilitation is for homeowner-occupied properties. What Commissioner Delgado was referring to were abandoned blight slum properties.
And so because there are several properties, I'm sure.
That probably need assistance. You can send them my way and we can see if they are eligible for the program.
Do we have a surplus in that?
We received in 2022, 242 applications. 2024, we received about 150. And so there's a need for it. And it shows with the number of applications.
And are we servicing those on a regular basis?
We have an ongoing program.
Thank you.
No problem.
What's the average we spend per house?
It depends on the need. It's definitely based on need. We have a third-party inspector who goes in and looks at our 5 priority areas: roofing, HVAC, foundation, electrical, and plumbing. Those are named for health and safety. If there's a deficiency, we make that priority list, whether it's the roofing and electrical. We'll go in and fix that. We don't do anything cosmetic. So it's just based on the need. If it's just those 2 items, if it's 3 items, we stretch the dollars to see how far we can go.
Is there a max?
20,000.
So it averages out. The 20,000, it averages out between the 12.
Sometimes we can go up to 15 because one home only needed a roof for 10,000.
Okay.
So that leaves another homeowner opportunity.
Thank you. That's what I want to know.
It would be fascinating to see what that long list is of how many are in the queue, how many have been served by month, by quarter, by year, or what have you. That would be very, very useful information.
Absolutely. So at the end of the year, in December, the Community Development Department puts together a CAPER. It's our end-of-year reporting, and so we have a collection of information that we submit our accomplishments and then what we have still ongoing.
That's on the website. We can go serve it ourselves.
Not as of right now, but it can be.
Okay. Or just maybe in some future meeting, Mayor Garza will determine. But yeah, I think you're hearing there's a lot of interest in that.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Commissioner Delgado. Any further questions or comments for Ms. Mata?
Thank you, Ms. Mata.
Motion? Yeah. So anyone wishing to speak in favor of this public hearing? Mr. Henry Gomez, you want to come to the microphone, please?
Mayor Garza, while Mr. Gomez comes to the microphone, just as a housekeeping item, maybe we could move the microphone over here to the middle for the members of the public to speak to in the future.
I want to thank the mayor to allow me to stand and extend my remarks. I have been fighting the grant department 5 or 6 years. Our previous administrator, I forgot her name right now, but the kind commissioner, my apologies for not knowing his name, he's hit the nail on the head. Mayor, you are aware of the number of times that I've been before the mayor and the city council regarding the community development block grant. First thing, the block grant is here to serve the people, not special interests. I tried to find out the number of people in 1 year or even six months that appeared or asked questions about the block grant. No results. I requested an annual report. No report. And I even asked for an evaluation of the costs. No evaluation, no report. The Community Development Block Grant is made here and given to the people. I asked how many repairs were done to senior citizens' home in Texas City. There's thousands of senior citizens that are living in homes that need repair. I know you all know at least one. This city and the block grant and the mayor has failed this community in the area of the block grant. Now, in some areas, they're doing real good, real good. I would say something, but I don't want to embarrass myself, and also I don't want to sound discriminatory. But the thing is, the block grant was here to help the people, not the administrators to help themselves and their friends. I challenge this mayor and this commissioners to find out how many people in the last 3 years had they served, and in what areas that they served. Repairs to senior citizens' homes. Do something for those senior citizens. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Gomez. Anyone else in the public wish to speak in favor of or in opposition to this first public hearing reading of the CDBG block grant? Commissioner, what is your pleasure? Who? Yeah.
My name is Juan David Rodriguez, and about this, I'll be real short. That if all this could be like in a page or something where the city could see where, for example, the housing rehabilitation can be detailed and where the money is being spent at, and it could be online, and that'll help the people that can't be here at this moment. You know, say maybe at work or with their kids or something. I think that'll be a good idea. Thanks.
Any more comments in favor of or in opposition to this first reading of the CB?
Yeah, Mayor Garza, I have
Yeah, come on
a comment real quick. Ms. Mata, can Could you share any information if this is shared online for the public to be able to?
Absolutely. Let me scroll to this page. So in the corner, I added the screenshot of what our website looks like. And if you go to About Us, there is a archive reports where you can see all of the end of year reports and accomplishments that capture data such as race, age, and other information for those looking for it. It's not in a neat chart. That takes time, but it is printed for every year that we've received a CDBG grant.
Thank you.
All right. Mayor, Commissioners, thank you. My name's Chris Walters, those don't know me. The only thing that I would ask, I'm not necessarily opposed to this, is to be more open. A lot of people don't go on there, know when these meetings are, know where any of this stuff is at. The social media crew does a good job at sending out events that are happening, things like this, but they don't send these out. I mass shared it today. Some people are here today because I shared it. Half people don't even know that there was a community hearing today. So if it's not out there, I would request, and this whole group, including myself, ran on transparency, accountability, letting the public know what's going on. I think we should do a better job of these meetings and stuff like this. It's important, especially for the community, that this stuff should be put out there more frequently, not just posted on I know by law it's just got to be posted up outside and posted on the website. But I think we can do a better job of getting it out to the community, let you know, hey, you can come talk about this, you can come learn about it, this is what's going on. And so I shared it to a lot of people today and made sure they knew to come out today, but that's just a comment I have on it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Any other comments regarding this public hearing?
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
There's been a motion by Commissioner Knox and a second by Commissioner Sharp. Any other discussion? Any comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Public hearing is closed. Next on the agenda is public comments. We have one from Mayor Dedrick Johnson. He wants to discuss consent item 7A regarding minutes, Mayor Pro Tem vote. Mayor Johnson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mayor Garza and Commissioners, I stand before you tonight to discuss the recent invalid Mayor Pro Tem vote, not because I disagreed with the outcome, but because I believe the process by which that vote was conducted matters just as much as the outcome. You all know I served as mayor for this great city for the past 6 years, and during that time, I learned something very important. I learned that mistakes happen, and every elected official who serves long enough will make one or three. The true measure of leadership is not whether mistakes occur, but whether we acknowledge them and correct them when they are brought to our attention. Several days ago, I sent Mayor Garza a letter outlining serious procedural concerns regarding the vote for Mayor Pro Tem. I explained why I believe that portions of that were inconsistent with not only Robert's Rules of Order, but with our very own city charter in the city of Texas City. I did not copy the entire commission on that letter. I did not run to social media to tell the public we made a mistake. I wrote an individual letter professionally and privately. Unfortunately, I received no response, no acknowledgement, not even a simple statement that my concerns had been received or would be reviewed. I want to be clear. I'm not standing here as a former mayor who's expecting some sort of special treatment. I'm a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen resident of the city of Texas City. But if a former mayor can raise legitimate concerns and receive no acknowledgement, then I have to wonder how will concerns from the average citizen be received? And that troubles me. The city charter is not a list of suggestions. It's not a recommendation. It's the governing document by which this city operates. Every person seated on this dais took an oath to uphold it. And when questions arise regarding whether or not the charter was followed, those questions deserve consideration, not silence. I would also remind this commission that many of you campaigned on transparency, accountability, and good government. Those principles should apply equally whether an issue benefits us politically or challenges us politically. Brian Gutchess has in the past been a strong advocate for proper procedure, transparency, and compliance in the Texas Open Meetings Act. I respect those efforts then, and I hope he will be equally committed to ensuring that compliance with the city charter adheres today. The commitment to good government must be consistent. It can't depend on who benefits from the result. And I'm not asking this commission to redo an entire meeting like I did. I'm simply asking you to replace this agenda item on another agenda in a time and a manner that leaves no doubt that the city charter was followed. To every commissioner fulfilled their obligation to vote and that the public can have complete confidence in the result. This is not about personalities or winners and losers. It's about whether the citizens of Texas City can trust that their government follows its own rules. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mayor Garza, is it permissible to ask a question? Okay.
Let's go to the regular items, the consent agenda items. We have before you consent agenda items A, B. For your pleasure to either pull one or approve them both. And there's a C. Okay. Consent agenda items A, B, and C.
Consent agenda A, B, and C.
I second.
Who seconded? Motion by Commissioner Chris Sharp to approve consent agenda items A through C, and seconded by Commissioner Barbie Tucker. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Let me go back. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye again. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Consent agenda items have been approved, A through C. Next on the agenda is regular items. A, consider and take action on ordinance number 2026-17, amending the City of Texas City 2025-2026 fiscal year budget to transfer funds from the Dike Fund to the maintenance account for parks and streets, finance and public works. Mr. Jack Harrelson.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. This is, typically we have money put into an account for maintenance and repairs of the dike. This year, it just, for some reason or other, did not get budgeted, but it comes out of the dike account fund balance, which this is exactly what we charge fees for non-residents on the dike. So that's what this change is. We need some repairs that are more extensive than what my standard operating budget can handle. So that's what this is.
Thank you, Mr. Harrelson. Any questions for Jack Harrelson regarding regular item A?
I do. Is the Dike Fund self-sufficient?
Yes, sir. We collect about $1 million a year in ticket sales. And so we have some pretty big expenses to maintain it, but we started with a little bit of a fund balance, I believe, after Hurricane Ike, when the county ceded the dike over to us. But, I mean, I think Mike probably spends, I think it's $50,000 a year just in garbage bags. And then we have guys that are picking up the litter to keep it as nice as it is. So it is self-sufficient currently, yes, sir.
Well, you are doing a good job. It looks great.
That's Mike Stump is his guys, and the clean team. It's not the clean team, but it's similar. That's where the clean team came from, is how good those guys do. So I can't brag on them enough.
Thank you. Any more questions for Mr. Harrell?
Yeah, Jack, what does some of these repairs look like that?
Well, the big expense, Commissioner, is we have our solar lights. We don't have power that goes past the First Lady Pavilion. So everything out after that is solars, and we have some lights, and that salt air is just eating them up. And so we need to get those replaced before they start falling down.
How long have we had those out there?
Probably, and I hate to say this, but it's only been about probably 5 or 6 years that these have lasted. and they're a lot better. They're easier. We found a company that we can get some that make it easier to install. It's just kind of it looks just like a light fixture, and that's the whole thing combined. The old style that we first replaced had a big car battery and all kinds of stuff with the solar panel. What makes it really hard is that we have seagulls perch on top of the solar panels and do their business. So that accompanied with the salt air, really, it does a number on those things. And we are looking for a better product. So that's why I asked for $100,000 is we're going to try it. And we're probably not going to replace all of them at once. We're going to hit the real bad ones to make sure that we can kind of get a test case on them.
Thank you, Jack.
Mayor Garza, I do have one more question on that. A number of constituents have approached me about the boat ramps and asked when can we get the Long Reach out there to clean out the boat ramps? They've silted in.
Commissioner, I wish I had a great answer for how we can stop this from happening, but they're out there. It is out there all the time. But we'll scoop up and we'll have a big pile, sitting next to it. We get one good storm or a good high tide, and it's right back where it was. But we will be out there as soon as we can. We're working on some more critical areas right now, but we will be back out there because we know how important that is for the summertime. Yes, sir.
I've seen in previous years, we've done this transfer before. Is it about the same amount that we do every year? Oh, sorry.
Well, like I said, a lot of times this won't be necessary because for some reason or other, it just didn't get budgeted in there, Commissioner. So typically, if we ask for additional money like that, it's, hey, we got a special project or a certain need that came up that we want to knock out, and so we're getting a little bigger chunk than we typically get just to maintain the dike. So that's what typically happens when we ask for transfer money. I think the last big one that we had that came out of the dike fund balance account was we had to do some work on that Dike Road Bridge that goes up to the levee right past Boyd's. We had to do some, the bridge was starting to fail on us, so we had to do some repairs on that to keep that. That was the last, probably the big money transfer that we had out of that account.
Any more questions for Mr. Harrelson? What's your pleasure, Commissioners? Motion to approve by Commissioner Hoxon. Motion to second was Commissioner Delgado. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Yeah, me too.
It's academic, but I did agree to.
Next one.
Do it.
We have to take the microphone away from him. Commissioners' comments. Next on the agenda, Commissioners' comments. We'll start with, this time we're going to go the other way, Commissioner Knox. And we'll start with Jason Delgado. Commissioner Delgado, Commissioners' comments.
You betcha. I've got a few. First, it is fantastic to get on city email. I am ramping up now like a hockey stick, my productivity, through no fault of the cities, and with much applause to IT shop, Kyle Hunter and team. Golf claps for those folks. It took a personal visit, but they got me fixed. Security is adequate. I just want to say that. So I've got a backlog of about 6 emails. So if any of you have tried to reach me, members of the public or city staff, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just a little fuddy-duddy. And in fact, by the way, I got my bifocals today. So I've reached that point. Second thing is I have posted a number of things about my personal opinions, my personal vision for the city. So those comments that some of you may have seen, and about 20,000 of the citizens have, I've had a tremendous amount of feedback. Those are my own personal comments. I do not deign to speak on behalf of this commission or any city department. You give me a microphone or a social media and I'm gonna say some stuff. There's more to come. I'm pretty passionate about the different direction that we're going in and vision for some things. And so then that leads to One other comment, Mayor Garza. I have spent quite a bit of time in a publicly available document, so any members here present or anyone on this commission can go download and read what's called the official statement. That is the prospectus that's associated with our certificate of obligation, the municipal bond issuance. I encourage folks to go read it. I'll tell you one thing that it says: we can pay that thing off early, and we can save a massive amount of interest of the taxpayers' funding. And what it also says is the set of approved uses for those funds. And so let's say that hypothetically we did not go spend $50 million on a municipal complex or $14 million on a fire station, but instead, if hypothetically we were to do something more prudent, like Deer Park, which if anyone saw the video I posted on that, I had an error. They did not spend $25 million on that city hall, they spent $8 million. I got a impassioned message from the mayor of Deer Park. We did not spend $25 million on our city hall, we spent $8 million for 25,000 square feet. So, in summary, I think, while we can't put the money back and we can't put our city hall back up, we can do some other things that do benefit the constituents. So Mayor Garza, I would like to see us take a vote in a subsequent meeting to pause construction, and that would allow this commission and the public to participate in an open and transparent process of what do we really need. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate Cheryl and the library for their summer kickoff. They had over 600 people show up. That's more than we've ever had. And we had the best library in Galveston County by far. And Cheryl's done a great job, so thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. That's good to know. Commissioner Johnson?
The only thing I really got is good to see a turnout, and the few department heads I've reached out to talk to have been open to receiving, to talk to me about what's going on in their departments. So I also want to thank former Mayor Dedrick Johnson for coming out and voicing his concerns. And I just look forward to continuing to still do a good job for the city.
Thank you. Commissioner Brian Getchis?
As a guy that sat out there, man, am I glad Mayor Dedrick Johnson got up here and spoke. I want to make it where you can come up here and speak on any topic that you want to. That's going to be opened up if I have anything to do with it. I have turned in my motion or request to have it placed on the next agenda. So, man, I'm for that. You should be able to talk whatever you want to, and we should be able to sit here for 3 minutes and listen. I think that's great. I would like to see this meeting live broadcast. If Lamarck and Hitchcock can do it, we can do it better. There's absolutely no reason that I see with the staff that we have. And if we're really going to be about transparency, let's just put it out there in front of the public and let everyone stand at that microphone and in front of that camera, do it live and put it out the next day. We don't need to do it today and have it out Monday. Let's do it live, and I'd just like to say thank you, Mayor Johnson.
Commissioner Tucker?
So I am doing Barbara White's public announcement this week, and I'm glad to do it for, and this is her words, not mine. I am collecting hygiene products, including body spray, body wash, deodorant, vitamin products, liquid soap, and shampoo, as well as new tennis shoes, socks, and underwear during the month of June. Don't bring your old stuff on that. And school supplies during the month of July. There will be collection boxes at the TCISD Administration Building, the Texas City Lamarck Chamber, and the Texas City Fire Department and the Police Department. It also has a phone number and email that she can be reached at and to be able to pick it up, and I'll post this on Facebook for y'all tomorrow so that everybody can see it. And I think that the shoes and socks and stuff, because everybody collects school supplies. There's an overabundance of them, but that is nice for those.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Knoxon?
Yes, I would like to just remind everyone that this month will be Juneteenth. We have a few lineup events this month, starting with Gospel Fest June 12th, Peyton Sim June 13th, golf tournament June 16th, Poetry Slam June 19th, and the parade and celebration in the park June 20th. I also like to just add on to a few comments with Commissioner Delgado. I'm all for transparency. I definitely will say I've learned that in this last election, how transparent people want you to be, and I think everyone's owned that. I would say too, before we take a vote on anything, that we should also know the potential outcomes of that decision that we are voting on, and if it's factual and practical to that decision of voting on it. So if we were going to take a vote to stop it, I think we should be transparent and also knowledgeable to know, well, what will be the consequences of trying to stop this, and can we stop it? So just wanted to share those thoughts. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Knoxon. I just have a couple of things. First and foremost, Mayor Johnson, I apologize. I apologize. I don't have any excuse for not responding. I apologize. The second thing is I'm really proud of the crowd that's out here. I'm very pleased with the amount of dialogue that the commissioners are discussing and mentioning on every item on the agenda. It tells me that they're reviewing their documents and they're informed and they're asking questions. And I really, really appreciate that from all of you. That covers my comments. Now I'll open up a blanket announcement for staff. Anyone that has anything to say?
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, community. We do have our Kid Fish program this Saturday at Carver Park. It's a great opportunity to bring out your family. We'll have fishing rods. We'll have prizes for the kiddos. So just let's hope the rain stays away and we can have a great event. And we also have all of our summer programs launching. We have our summer camps. Our pools are running. So please check out our website, see what we have going on. Thank you.
Mayor, Commissioners, I just wanted to let everybody know on June 25th, we'll be in this room for our annual Hurricane Town Hall. The doors will open at 4:30. We're giving away a lot of prizes, raffle items, and we're going to provide hot dogs and drinks, and come get prepared for our hurricane season. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Troublesome.
So the doors open at 4:30. The program starts at 5:45 till 7.
Ms. Miller, could you tell us what type of fish will be stocked in the pond at Carver? I know we do catfish one time.
So this is the catfish. Rainbow trout is in that's in the winter. Yes, so catfish.
Good, thank you. Hey, good question, yeah, Commissioner. Anyone else from the departments have a comment to make? Yes, no, department heads. We're past the comments from the public. No further comments. Commissioners, what is your pleasure? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Sign those and give those to
And I have to sign these too.
Lamar, right?
I have to sign these also.
Just give us the minutes. Yes, minutes.